this is a building up in Scotland. Now, the benefits on this particular building, it's a complex architecture. There's also some ruins, but also on this back side, you can't see it here, but behind here, there's very limited access. This is all covered in trees. And so access even via scaffolding or mobile platforms would be really difficult. So what we do here is we inspect the whole building, taking detailed images of the whole site. You can see here these grey blocks are essentially the locations of where the images have been taken. You can see we've got hundreds of images. These are then processed together to produce the 3D model, and we also then take extra detailed images to assist with the inspection. Now, this is a detailed model, so the model itself is actually sufficient detail to allow a condition survey, so the building surveyor would be able to click around and view the model and look for defects. But the beauty of this is you've got every single nook and cranny, and if we click on an area of interest, let's say the chimney stack, we can then look at the detailed images related to that area. So if we go to this one, now on the left we have the model, and on the right we have the image, and we can look at either. Now sometimes the image gives a little bit more detail than the model, so you see the model, although it's great, in some areas the detail is a bit smoothed out. So we always have the images as backup, and we can either mark up the model or the images in order to create our condition report, and that's what our surveyor will do. We create the model, he then uses the report, highlights any defects or areas of interest, and then that enables us to create a report that's viewable all within inside this platform. Now the beauty of this is that not only can it help you do your inspection, you can also take measurements. So if I just want to quickly check the height here down this gutter, obviously it all depends on where you click. But we can see there we've got a measurement of 5.7 meters, and this is quite accurate. It's accurate to a centimeter or two at the most. We can also tag our defects, add comments, etc. for everybody to see. So as the surveyor or the building inspector, I can add measurements, add comments, and then anybody else who gets a read-only link, let's say the landowner, the building owner, the maintenance manager, subcontractors who are quoting for works, can all view it in here. So just a quick snippet there. I wanted to show you another one on a slightly more modern building, but again high detail. Now this is the penthouse flat of a large tower block, 135 meters high, at the Barbican in London. And same again here, we've got high detail, and in this case we're 135 meters up, and we've got moisture ingress coming through the window, and we're able here to identify there is some issues here with the concrete deteriorating, and this is the area of the moisture ingress on the inside of the building. And the same again, we have the detailed images to look at also, and again in glorious 3D. And one more example of a less detailed model. So if you don't need the detail, because obviously it takes longer time on site, more images, more data to process, the whole issue with the detailed model is it just takes a bit longer to do. So if you don't need a detailed model but you're still happy with the detailed images, we can create a medium detail model. Now this is a commercial building, and from this one we also created roof plans. So this is actually being done for a contractor so that they can assess the roof condition and then design and then subsequently install solar panels on the roof. So this is a medium detail model, and if we zoom in here you'll see that although it's still good, it's not as detailed as the previous two buildings we've looked at. So the texture is a little bit I'll say mushy, but still good enough for you to get a good 3D representation of the building. These dots are defects that have been marked up, so if we look at this yellow one, we'll be able to see its cut edge corrosion, and if we look at the image there, all right, No, the image, the image is not loading. But if we look at the image, we'll be able to see the defect, the location of the defect. Because if you imagine our detailed images here, every image on this roof will look the same because of the material used, the sheeting. And so when we do detect an issue, we can quite easily see where that image relates to on the site, so we can quickly take action if needed. Now, on this particular site, what was also nice was this blue dot here is a point of interest, and you can see right down in the gutter somebody has lost a small drone. So if we click on that one, okay, and then off the back of this one, because we've got really good 3D data of the building, we can then extract this into CAD and create roof plans. So in this case, the contractor needed accurate dimensions, they needed locations and size of the vents, skylights, any protrusions that are going to affect the installation, and they're all marked up on a plan backed up with a detailed map of the site also. And then we've also got the profiles, which we can calculate the roof pitch, angle, heights to soffits, heights to gutters, any measurements you need. Once we've got it digitized, we can extract those into AutoCAD, either 2D or 3D, whatever your requirements are. So I hope that helps. Just wanted to run through that. Any questions, then let me know. Thank you.